Welcome again, boys and girls. This is going to be very interesting. Multiplication of vector by scalar. In my introduction, I said vector quantities have magnitude and direction, but scalar quantities have only magnitude. Okay? So from vector, we have been developing the idea of movement described by size, which you can measure or use Pythagoras, and then direction, which can be described by bearing, it can be described by compass, it can just be described by an arrow. So the two make up vector. Scalar, on the other hand, is purely size, 10, 20, a half, and so on. That is the bottom line, right? So we are going to learn, but I want you to understand it from algebra. If in algebra I said a group of people wanted to buy a bus, okay, worth 2 million. I've just said a group of people. What do? We say let that group of people be X. The number of people, not a group. Let the number of people be X. At the end of the month, the members doubled. So if initially were X, they were X. When the double is 2X. It's the same thing you're going to get here. Simple. If a vector A has 2 units, for example, it's 2 centimeters. Okay, and you know, vector can be represented using 2 capital letters which tell you from to. Starting point, first letter. The second letter, destination. Or a small letter with an arrow. So already there is here. Let this A have a length of 2 centimeters, for example. Then if I tell you 3A, 3 times, do it 3 times, okay? So you get 6A. So you have to do these 6 of them, okay? If A is 2 centimeters, okay? If A is 2 centimeters, here, 2. Now I want 3 of A's, but each A is 2. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this is A. Maybe I say if A is, yeah, that is okay. You can understand. What I want you to know is the size is 2. Okay? This is 2. And I want it 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Maybe I do it there. And if I want it 6 times. So if I want it 6 times. So 6A. Then I will do it 6 times. So let me start again here. I have A is represented by this. Okay? This is A. Now, if I want 3A, for example, I want 3A. That means this A, do it 3 times. So it will be 1, 2, 3. Are we together? Suppose I want 4A. I'll do it 1, 2, 3, 4A. So I can get 4 times, I can get 6 times. If A is a vector of length 2 centimeters, because a vector must have direction and then the size. So suppose this is 2 centimeters. What I should get here? Suppose A, the length, size is done like that. So size of A is 2 centimeter. So from here to here is 2 centimeter. Now if I want 3 of them, then I'll take this 3 times. If I want 4 of them times, you do that. Okay? Now, what would that be? This part by itself, I've reduced it by half. So how would you write it? This now would be half A. So what am I doing? The number of times you repeat that vector is what we call multiplication by scalar. Scalar is size. Size is a figure. Remember what I told you? If I tell you what is the size of your waist, you can't answer that medium. No, size is specified using a figure. You would say my waist is 42 or my waist is 38. Of course not 60, you are in school, maybe 28. And if you are a good student, 24, 22. Okay? That means you are concentrating on study, not on that, the age. Now let us come to my example now. I want us to concentrate here now. This is the key part. I want us to concentrate. I have writing space. I have a diagram here. I've given you this as O and this is P. You can see there are various points. This will make us understand. So from O up to P, you can see the vector is here, small p. So I've given him O to P. The direction can be shown here. In this, you can tell the size. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us say it's 4 centimeter. 4 centimeter in the direction towards right is P. Anything upward 2 centimeters shall be called vector Q here. So I'm using now, I'm merging lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm merging them. This is lesson 6. So I'm merging many ideas. If I give you 2 capital letters, is start, destination. Starting point to destination. Okay. That can be represented by this. In this, you can tell the size. So let us start now. What we want to get all these things. So we have to be fast. What about if I ask you OT? From O right to T, what vector will represent that movement? If going right by 1, 2, 3, 4 steps is vector P. What about from here up to T, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Simple. That is the answer within a second. What do we write now, you boys? That will be 2P. 2P. That's okay. Okay? So you are now trying to know multiplication. That from O to T is what I've been given, but I have to double. You have multiplied P by 2. The 2 is what we call scalar. And the red is the vector. A movement with specific length. A movement with specific length. That. What about if I ask you R? From O to R. Some people would do it this way, and I wouldn't mind. Okay? This way, I will rub. That from O to P, which means P is represented by 4 units. From O to P, which is represented by P, is 4 units. From O to R, in the same direction, it is 2 units. So what vector will represent? I can tell you, you wouldn't be wrong if you just do cross multiplication. So it is 2 by P divided by 4. See, so I'm trying to tell you, understand vector is movement which has size and direction. So you see, you can get. But some people can just reason. This portion is half of that. Like, people can reason. R is a half of vector P. And you are right. Straight. Those are offered things. Okay? So this is the scalar and that is the vector. Multiplication by scalar. Right? Let us continue. S. Somebody to do for us S. S. So what is O? S. From O to S. From O to S, you can see this is found twice. So I'll say OS is 2 vector Q. You are right. Look at that. They are very simple. That is basically multiplication. It can be by a whole figure. It can be by a fraction. It can be by negative. Remember, negative gives you the idea of reverse. For example, if I ask you now, what is TO? Okay, what is TO? TO is reverse of OT. It's reverse. So TO is reverse. What is OT? 2P. Therefore, we can write it -2 vector P. Kwisha maneno. Imeisha. You have to also internalize. You have to domesticate. Once it is in you, my friend, even if they twist, they can't. Now let us get some space here for writing. I want still to get, let me get N. Suppose I want to get ON. From O, I want to get to N. There. See, from O, I'll go to T. From T, I go to N. O to T, and then T to N. Now from O to T, we got 2P. Okay? We got 2P. So I write 2P. And then, what about Tn? From T to N. T to N. This is equivalent vectors. Okay? So, the Q, if Q is here, then from here to here would be Q. Okay? Look, if this Q, this is vector small q. So from here to here is small q. These are 2 boxes which make Q. But there is also another one. Now there are 3 boxes. If 3 boxes if two boxes, 2 make Q, what about 3? Cross multiply. 3 times Q divided by 2. So how will I write that? 3 you are done. Okay? So you can see a lot of multiplication, a lot of addition. Okay? I want to do one, and then you can try the rest during your free time. You will try the rest. I want to focus now down here. I'll be moving up and down. Okay? I have this here point. Okay? Can I move focus a bit up? I get 1 point here. Okay? I can't see that. So you can have this. Can you see that? No. It can be seen, eh? Yes. So I want to do SL. So I write SL is equal to, just look at this diagram now. I want to move from S to L. Okay? You can use this movement. From there, I can come this way. So if OQ, this movement up is Q, then even this from here to here, from Q to S will be still Q. But now I'm asked SQ. You see, even if I used this movement is Q, which is the same as this. But now I'm being asked this. Look at the arrow. Going up is Q. Even this is Q. Knowledge equivalent vectors. What am I asked now? Reverse. So I will say reverse of Q. Okay? SL is reverse here, and then now I move up to here, which is plus Q. Okay? That would be perfect. That would be perfect. Now, I want you to get, I will write them here. This is where we were. Okay? I want you to get SP. I want you to get OM, and I want you to get LT. I'm leaving it here. You can use these boxes to get your answer. Everything. You need to reason. Alternatively, it will still stand if you get each first. We've gotten OT, you get ON, you get OL, you get OM, you get OS. Okay? Get all of them first. Why? You are practicing. I need you to do some thinking now. Okay? I need you to do some thinking. I need you to reason if there is a point on the way and there is a point beyond the way, a point beyond my destination and a point before my destination. So I can get a half Q, a quarter Q, 1.5 S, and so on. I want you to reason. That reasoning comes from comparing the boxes given in a given vector. Like I had P, which represent a distance of 4 towards right. Bring in the idea of equivalent vectors so that the whole picture will come in. If you input your skills that I've taught, you'll find it is easier, because from now I want now to be giving solving. There will be a solving session, problem solving session, so that we see how do you handle things. Lesson 7 will be to whatever you have accumulated, we try to put it in exam format. Then we see how you handle. Subscribe, you get more. Bye bye.